Now you're a sharp guy. Why did you let that guy Warren from Bed-Stuy get away with that diatribe he was running?
Get away with what?
He was pretending that he was black, and you know very well that he wasn't.
You don't think he was?
I know he wasn't.
What was the tip-off to you that he wasn't?
Because he kept switching from we blacks to they blacks and, things like that. You know he wasn't black, Bob.
Well, you would like to think he wasn't black.
No, I know he wasn't, and you know he wasn't.
And it must make you feel good to know that he wasn't for whatever reason. Was there anything he said that was embarrassing to you?
Oh, no, but I'm surprised you let him go as far as you let him go. Because it's not like you, Bob.
Not like me?
Yeah. Okay, goodbye.
With that, he hung up, afraid I might ask him a couple of questions. Hit and run. Jerry, you're on WABC. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Grant. I'm calling in reference to that gentleman, Warren, who called earlier. And then you had the other guy who called up and said that he thought that he realized that you had realized that man wasn't black. Well, I am a white man. I am a conservative. And it bothered me, too, when I sense that at times you're not as fair with your perceptions as personally I would like you to be. Listen to your show. I'm very devoted. I enjoy it, but it seems to throw me for a loop when, in my gut, I feel that I know that you could see through this guy, as you would say, as a sham and a fake, and you don't call him on it. Any comment?
No, I don't have any comment. I mean, you're entitled to your own emotions.
But did you think he was a fake?
Do I think he wasn't fake?
Was a fake. That gentleman Warren, who
He could very well have been a fake. Very well have been a fake.
Okay, because he was switching back and forth from using the they and the different person when he was talking to you, describing some of the blacks in the city.
Yes, I'm aware of that. So what are we supposed to do here?
Okay, nothing. I just wanted to point it out, so I enjoy your show.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I got one more point to make.
Yes.
What happened to the real Warren from Bed-Stuy? You got this phony white guy calling.
Yeah, that guy is white, by the way. I listened to the tape the other day.
Yep.
And he's a white, and if he ever calls again, I'm going to tell him he's a big two-bit phony.
There you go, Bob.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
Warren, are you there?
Hello, Bob. Warren from Bed-Stuy. Bob, I would first like to respond to some calls you've been getting.
Now, wait a minute. You said Warren from Bed-Stuy?
Yeah.
This is the fake Warren from Bed-Stuy.
Of course it's the fake Warren from Bed-Stuy.
All right, and you're really white, and everybody figured it out the last time you called.
Okay, let me just say something here. Even if I was white, what difference would it make? I'm the phony Warren. It's like you with the hairpiece. Even if you did wear one, which you don't, but even if you did, what difference would it make? It's irrelevant. You see me?
I tell you the difference it would make. Some people think you were trying to put black people into a bad light by acting like one and being a real jerk.
Wait, all I was doing was saying what the real Warren would have said. See, you obviously have a lot of new listeners, and they don't understand. Maybe I better explain. You see, Bob used to have this caller, Warren from Bed-Stuy. This guy was like the greatest caller you'd ever hear on a talk show. He was sharp, he was intelligent, he had such a keen insight on the demise of our city and corruption. He was brilliant. Everyone loved him. And then all of a sudden, he stopped calling. He says it was because his mother died. I think he started drinking. Whatever the reason, he stopped calling.
You know what I think the reason?
Why?
I think the reason is he started getting intimidated by his own people. I think that's the reason. They figured out who he was, where he lived, and if you remember, he really was in Bed-Stuy, and he was calling about watching illegal transactions go outside in front of his home.
So you're telling me he was so spineless that he just caved in and he just gave...
Well, I don't want to characterize him as spineless, but I do believe he was intimidated, and because he was intimidated, he won't call the show anymore.
So that's why I started calling, as him. And although I know I'm not as insightful or as informative as him, I sure as hell try my hardest. And I did get a good response, Bob. Like when I did my Tawana Bawana rap, for instance. You were getting calls months after that saying, oh, that was great. Could you repeat that? I got to get that on tape. The Phony Warren's great. The people liked me. They accepted me. And then I had to hear people attack you for having a discussion with me. They were saying they could tell I was white because I was referring to black people as they. I was referring specifically to black militants who feel that Waddy owes them everything. Of course I'm going to refer to them as they. What am I supposed to say? We? So I really, I think the whole matter, whether I'm white or not, is irrelevant, and I really, I'd rather not hear anything about that again. Okay.
Well, as long as you continue to identify yourself as the Phony Warren of Bed-Stuy.
Well, you're the one who kept on saying from now on we'll make you the real Warren from Bed-Stuy.
Well, that was an attempt to smoke out the real Warren.
Oh, yeah, like...
And it didn't work.
No, absolutely not.
It did not work. And besides, you don't live in Bed-Stuy.
But what's the difference? I'm the Phony Warren.
You live in East New York.
How do you know where I live? Bob, I just want to tell you, this weekend I went to visit some friends out in Paterson, New Jersey. I had to go through the city. It took me 3.5 hours on account of that stupid parade they were having. And then I had to go back through Staten Island. So I made up this little rap about it. I like to do it. It's very short.
Okay.
I'm Rap Master Warren, and I'm here to say that I got a little message for every gay. I know you're all sick, perverted, and heinous, but please don't put your penis in another man's anus. You had your dumb parade, my car got stuck in traffic. If I get hold of your anus, I get spackle and I'd pack it. You're spreading these diseases, one day you're gonna kill us, cause you're sleeping with Philip instead of with Phyllis. So listen to my rap and listen to my plea. I'm gonna help fight AIDS with up your ABC. So don't do it. Bow, 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 bow. Don't do it.
All right, Warren. Okay.
Okay, take care, Bob. I'll be in touch.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
I have a hunch we may very well answer during the next hour. Hello, Joe's Garage. It's 7 minutes before 3 o'clock. Thank you very much, Dave.
I have one more suggestion.
Yes.
You may not like it. What's that, Phony Warren?
Yes?
Have him once as a guest host on your show.
Have him as a guest?
Host.
Huh?
As a guest host on your show.
As a guest host? He may... listen, let me tell you. I understand that John Manelli, who was under consideration as Program Director of the Year, but his name has been withdrawn from the nomination suddenly, is perturbed over Phony Warren's latest rap.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, we'll have to ask John. Maybe we'll interview John. We'll ask John why he was so bereft.
I see. Well, have a very good afternoon. Nice talking to you as usual.
My pleasure, Dave.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You know, my definition of gay is God aided you. What do you think about that? I mean, maybe they did come up with the right name.
God aided you?
Yeah, G-A-Y. God aided you.
Interesting.
Maybe they come up with the right name. By the way, Bob, this what's his name? Warren from Bed-Stuy, the Phony Warren?
Yeah.
He's pretty good. You know, they should put him on the news, do one of those interview spots.
Well, Mr. Manelli was very upset over the...
Well, I don't see why. I mean, he's telling it like it is.
Well, I thought it was... I mean, he didn't use four-letter words. Perhaps a little graphic, but telling it like it is. Yes, indeed. Thank you for the call.
Okay, Bob, have a good vacation.